Okay, greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Greetings everyone. Welcome to Gerard Black in the Philippines with the truth. Right now we're in Baco, and I want to thank those who are watching my video, sharing, like, commenting on, it, and what have you. Today I have an interesting show for you because I want to interview three other Black Americans who are also here in the Philippines and get their opinion of what it's like living here in the Philippines. First, let me introduce uh, James.
James Mack.
Well, tell me where you're from, James.
I am from South Carolina.
South Carolina, okay. And Calvin, we've had on the show before. Calvin, tell everybody where you're from.
I'm from Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Tennessee is what he really means, right? Tennessee. They call Tennessee Tennessee. You know, if you don't know why, I'm not going to tell you. And then we have Vince here, who just came back to us from where?
Augusta, Georgia, baby.
Augusta, Georgia. Okay. All right. Great. Okay. So, who wants to be the first to talk about what's it like living in the Philippines?
Let the OGs go first.
Okay.
Well, I might as well get started. I really think that the Philippines is where a gentleman, when he gets up in age, you put up with all the stuff in America, all the alienation, the people age discrimination. It's hard to get a date with a. It's better. I mean, it's just. I found that when you come to the Philippines, you got more respect. The ladies are more beautiful. They treat you with respect. They give you a good, beautiful life. And I love the Philippines. I didn't really come here for the lady per se, but that was part of it. So as a package deal, I think the Philippines, even financially, I think the Philippines is the place that a gentleman needs to be as he gets up in age, where he can maintain his respect and self-dignity.
Okay. And James? Calvin?
Well, I'm going to piggyback off James there. It's a lovely place to live, and it's like a package deal, like you said. Once you get up in age, it's a good thing for a individual, especially a male, to retire here in the Philippines. I reside here in the city of Dumaguete, which I have researched is one of the third most economical cities to live in. And then when you go forward there, talking about the female species here, they're a little bit more receptive of an American, even though, or even more so, an Afro-American, because as the ladies was interviewing earlier today, they said we have a different outgoing as a Caucasian does, and as a Filipino does. We show love, care, kindness. We did like Jesus said. We put them under our wings so we can protect them, not on our feet, so we can step on them, or not above us so we can swat at them. But we put them under our arms so we can care for them. And as I mentioned earlier, I haven't seen nothing or place. Not been a lot of places I've been where women are more uh, into they mate, and it's a beautiful thing, And as James said once again, I don't know no better place to retire
There it
other
is.
than the Philippines.
Okay.
Same here.
Me, I'm the young buck in the crew, so I'm still just finding my own little way around. We got a saying called "get in where you fit in." So I'm just learning from these guys right here. They paved the way for me and other guys, that's coming behind them. So all I do is just look up to them and daily try to get better and better myself.
Vince, being the baby of the bunch, has decided to stay here a year. He decided to stay here a year this time around and really give the Filipino culture and Filipino people, an opportunity to to rock your world.
I'm in the slow lane this time. I'm in the slow lane.
Yeah. Okay. So we wish you a lot of luck in your new endeavor here. Uh, uh, James, what, in your opinion, what's the difference between American women and Filipino women?
Okay, like I said, I'm speaking from my own experience. I'm not trying to shape anybody's opinion about American women. But I really don't blame American women. The culture in America and most Western type countries, the culture is so that it's not really a good environment for a gentleman as he's starting to age. Like I said, you're discriminated against. You're not treated with respect. They think they can use you, get over on you. And most of the women in America just don't respect their men. It's just something about Western culture. A lot of women there want to be men. They act like they want to be men. They have a problem with femininity. They have a problem with being. Men love women that are feminine. We're a man. We should be masculine. A woman should be feminine. That's the way God intended it.
Amen.
If a woman want to be a man, that's their right. But we're not looking for men, women. We're looking for women, women, like God made a woman. All I'm saying is, when you come here, a woman, she feels her femininity. They respect their femininity. Have no problem with being a woman, and I have no problem with being a man.
Calvin, how about you?
Well, as you said, God intended for a man to be with a woman and a woman to be with a man. And as you speak about the American culture, like you said, in the Western Hemisphere, if you will, now they have this thing where a woman can marry a woman, or a man can marry a man. I don't think we even practice divorce in America. Here, as we speak, divorce is not practiced here in the Philippines. Once you jump the broom, get the ball and chain on your leg, whichever way you want to size it up, you basically stuck. You basically stuck. So you might well try to make the best of it, And then he was saying, speaking about American women, see, American women have the opportunity as a man in America. They can make just as much money. Women that say, hey, I don't need your money, I got my own. You can be involved with a woman and she make more money than you do. I told my Ciao a while back, I wish I'd have married into a rich family. Maybe I wouldn't have much gray hair if I had it, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. I caught the one that stole my heart, and then I gave it to her, and I've been, seem like I'm not retired at times. Seem like I'm still working and have to go through so much. I'm one of those foreigners, if you will, that's the breadwinner, head of the house, although I'm not the owner. It seems like I am, because it seems like every time the eagle fly up out of here, it's coming out of my pocket. Right. And that's the thing you're going to run into in the Philippines, because they level of wealth. When you run into Filipinos who are very wealthy, they really don't want to have nothing to do with not just you, their own people. They want to be up here with people that have the same status that they have. I'm saying, say you're what you read, what you look at, and the people you hang around. So you say if you smarter than, say if you smarter than all your friends, you need to get some new friends.
For me, I'm gonna keep it on a shallow basis. It's what you see behind the camera. It's how the women will support each other. See, you all can't see it right now, but these women are supporting each other to support their man. Sometime in America, you might not receive that, but as far as it go for me, like I said, I'm gonna keep it shallow. I didn't really have too many problems with the American women. I didn't really have a problem with the Haitian women or Japanese women. I've got love everywhere I went, especially to my Filipino women. I want to say what's happening, babe. But yes, that's what I love. Okay. But that's what I love about over here is how the women will come together. And the women in America come together too, but it's kind of on a destructive level against the man. Oh, girl, you could do this, or girl, you could do that. But over here, it's more in the way of supporting it, man. Now, I mean, you have your cases where, it's not all perfect. Like, is it anywhere?
It's not across the board,
but
we're talking predominantly.
But,
there are exceptions to everything.
Let me throw this in the mix. When you get a Filipino girl, and you shower them with affection. You shower them with love. You comment them every day. You do what you want to do for them every day. You know, if you were to do it in the States, you consider it a sucker. Because, because oftentimes that's a sign of weakness. You know what I'm saying? And that, I think, is something that is really appreciated here in the Philippines. You know, you can really appreciate a Filipino girl. You know, and oftentimes I don't think what he has something on his mouth. What?
A mosquito.
Oh,
Me?
Nice.
For me?
Yeah. Go ahead and eat that.
Oh, unless you want me to hit it.
That's protein, extra protein.
Yeah, but it was taken from you. You weren't munching on it.
Yeah, I'll munch on it. They're trying to munch on me.
But let's talk about the Filipino culture. How do you find the Filipino culture? What hit me today was we were talking about this brother today, and he said that when he eats his dinner, his meals, he eats by himself, and the rest of the family, the rest of the people in the house, are in another room until he finishes, and then when he finishes, then everybody else eats. I found that extremely fascinating, because I didn't know that part of the culture. So there's different parts of the culture that we have to adjust to. Now, it is hard for you to respect the Filipino to understand your culture. And it's not so hard for you to understand theirs, but it's just a matter of, of explaining it to them in a way whereas that you can have a meeting of the minds. So how do you feel, or what do you find the most difficulty with the culture when it comes to your wife or, a Filipino?
It's very hard for me to even think of anything negative with my Filipino.
He's just so damn happy.
My lady keeps me happy.
So there's that. Come to the Philippines
Yeah.
and be happy. Look at the smile on this man's face.
Yep, she wakes me up every morning for breakfast and she says, breakfast is ready. Come on down and get it.
Okay.
Then she asks me, what do you want for lunch?
Oh my God.
Then she says, what do you want for dinner after I've eaten lunch? I
I
said, you spoil me. Why you always asking me all this stuff? I said, I can't. I'm not even hungry right now. She said, well, when you get hungry,
What do you want to eat?
what do you want to eat?
I know that.
I'm so spoiled. And it's not, I'm not looking for servitude.
Right.
I'm looking for a woman that's want to meet me halfway.
Right.
Because I meet her halfway.
Right.
I don't want anybody to think men are coming over to the Philippines looking for some submissive wife. We're not. We're looking for a team player, someone that wants to meet us halfway. I've never had that in America. Never.
How about you, Calvin?
Yeah, this man, you shouldn't even have to ask me a question because he's answering them all.
Right.
I've been that way, and I'm semi-spoiled too. But as the years grow deeper, seem like I'm getting to be normal, And then you was talking about culture. Well, for me, the hardest part of the culture for me is the language because I didn't take initiative to learn the language. Why not? Because most people, females, speak English. And it seems like it's one of the hardest languages to me to learn. They tell me this is easy, but it's hard for me, because I don't, apply myself to learn. And then you talking about culture, talking about feeding, and my wife always asks me the same question: what is your food? I say whatever whatever you
Right.
want to prepare for me, and then you hit on something else you did when you said I seen that where they eat maybe from the seniors down. I seen that my initial point here, but if not my first day, I seen my mother-in-law call certain people in to the table.
Yes, I do it sequentially.
And then when those people up in it, then she'll call the second level, if you will, as you go down in age or
Because they respect their elders. That's what they
That's
forgot.
right. Mm-hmm.
Elders are very respectful here. In America, they try to find an old folk home to throw you in.
I know.
But here, they respect their elders. They try to keep them with them in their old age.
Yeah,
But America's a throwaway society.
I know.
When you get old, bye.
Yeah.
You're done.
I always
Bye-bye.
call old people the invisible society.
Correct.
Because you can walk down the street and people just walk right past you.
Correct.
You don't even see it.
Where you going with mama?
Vince,
You going to the old folks?
As far as
Culture.
getting to know the culture, it's taking it a day at a time. But that's not for your average tourist, because your average tourist here is maybe 2 weeks, a month, so it's kind of different with them. But for somebody that's here for a long time, which I plan on being, I learned that you got to take things slow. And Mac is answering all, like you said, he answering all the questions.
I'm not trying. I'm just telling you my experience.
There you go.
I can't think of really too many bad things to say about at least the people that I've dealt with, culturally speaking. So he's saying he's in there every nail on the head.
Okay, so let's talk about money. Let's talk about money as far as dealing with the Filipinos, because truly they don't understand. In my opinion, it's not that they don't understand; it's that they're not used to being exposed to someone who has money and don't know what to expect or don't know how to how it works. So what's your feelings on that, James?
Well, let's just be honest, Even so, there's so many advances now in the Philippines. It probably exceeds a lot of things in America. I've never seen malls anywhere in the world as modern as the malls here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
The malls in the Philippines exceed any mall in America. So they're trying to call Philippines a third world country, when in essence they have many things that exceed ours in our culture. Of course, there's a lot of poor people here, and of course, there's a culture of people that haven't been served, or they're just poor people here, a lot of them. But that is the reason why a lot of them have not been exposed to managing money, saving money, looking how to manage it properly. But when it comes to foreign guys like us, at first they may not seem to know, if you give them a certain amount of money, how to manage it. But if you keep coaching them over time, they're humans, they're not from another planet. They'll learn how to manage money. But the first experience is they're used to just spending it all at once. But as time goes on, if you have patience to teach your loved ones, they become really good. Matter of fact, they probably can end up better than you at managing money in the end. That's just my personal experience. I'm quite sure everybody has different experiences. But I don't blame them for not being able to manage money. It's just that it's something they haven't had in this culture. When they meet a Western guy, because of the exchange rate, our money goes a lot further. So
Calvin, not to bore you with the same question, you have a child. What is it like having a child here in the Philippines? You have a lovely daughter, and she's mixed. So she speaks Bisaya, which is good, which is what she's supposed to do. But tell us about your daughter, and she's number one. Tell us about her accomplishments.
My daughter is 5 years old. She was born here, like I was speaking to my partner here, child born abroad, born in a foreign country, and thank God she was born here. And the system here works better for a foreigner, especially if you take your wife with you.
correct.
Because although they may work for America, Filipinos working for America, they will assist you more if they see you have a family, a Filipino family,
Correct.
to take care of. We was out one night to tell my wife pregnant. That's why I'm staying here. She was pregnant. I was going to catch a plane and tell her how much money I lost going back and forth. I just didn't go. She crying, I'm crying. And I go now, she won't even cry probably.
Keep getting that better with time.
She came up well. She have a lot of nieces and nephews, 15 or more, if I may say. So she was kind of, remember I tell you how hard it was to learn Messiah. but she hang out and play with them, so she learned that Messiah from them.
Correct.
And I've been here 7 years or going on, and she been here for 5. She speak Messiah better than me.
Right, right.
And you know, don't let her and her mother get mad at me because they start talking. I don't know what the hell they saying. But she came through the ranks. You know, I used to go and jog, and I seen this school. It's called Divine Grace International School, and the president said we teach English. You know, and most foreigners go there. Some Filipinos, you know, and they have to have that old thing called money because it ain't no public school, it's a private school, you know. And she came up through the ranks, you know, she went to kindergarten. They got this thing called Kinder 2. I was in America. I get out of kindergarten. I want to go to the first grade. You know what I mean? Are you holding me back? You know.
Yeah.
Well, and then as she learned, and she loved to learn. And my wife usually the head hunter on that, get her back and forth to school. When it's time for me to appear with her, I will. And I don't know, maybe a month or two ago, my wife said she hit a 90 percentile, you know what I mean? But we had to go to a award ceremony, and my wife said, I want you to go, you know. And then she really didn't want me to go because she said, you always was drunk at some you know what I mean? I won't take you with me, you drunk, you know what I'm saying, you know. It's a pastime for me, you know what I mean? But I'm 60 plus, so if I want to get drunk, I get drunk. And use our band boy. And you know, they had brought on across the stage, and I was surprised to hear him say that your daughter is #1 in her class at a 93%. You know, and I taught her how we do that. I'm very proud parent. You know.
Y'all should be clapping at home.
Yeah, I'm a very proud. I know they are. I'm a very proud parent. You know, to have a foreign baby. I have one born in Hawaii, and I was telling James she won't even speak to me now, but I done my job. Paid my sister. You know what I mean? And she call you Uncle Gerard. You know what I mean? She love me, you know what I mean? But she speak highly of her, and I should be speaking highly of my wife. Sometimes you know how these boys say, I'm at, don't push me because I'm close to the edge. As it is, you know. And they say, he was saying something about managing. Through the system, VA, Social Security, they said that I'm incompetent is for compensation anyway. I act incompetent, but really I'm very competent. They say your wife got to handle all your finances, this and that. But Filipino ladies feel we spend it. No, you have to properly manage.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we've been millionaires over and over again. And then I look in the pot. Well, ain't nothing in the pot. You know, I'm speaking from my own personal experience. So I'm in the process of working on that and getting my wife back on board. You know, it's still time. I know I got about 50 more years to live. You know, and all of them may not be down here on Earth. But you know where I'm living. You know?
Okay, with that being said, that's the last question. Vince, because we're running out of time and the camera may cut off because of power. Do you plan to have a family here? Is that one of your objectives in the year that you're here? Are you looking to have a baby? Or?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I know when I first met Calvin and came over to his house, you know, he had so many damn people here. I said, God damn, how do you live like that? I mean, they were like everywhere, you know. But over the years, they all kind of grown up and went here and went there. Okay, so we're gonna stop right here. So, James, any final thing you want to say?
I just want to say that I'm here in the Philippines, and I really love it. I think this is the greatest thing I could have done. I'm glad I did my research. I think I'm the most happiest I've ever been in my life.
We also want to point out that James has been a police officer. You've also done military. You're a parole officer or correction officer. So he's had a nice, long professional career. And Calvin has had a career as an interstate transporter. You know, so and this is what he did, and he retired from. And Vince is, you know, he's just young and dumb with a belly full of cum.
U.S. Navy, baby.
Well, baby, win.
U.S. Navy. Okay, so remember, we want to thank our two videographers, you know, for helping us. This is Gerard. Remember, dreams are nothing more than plans awaiting action. Never disrespect the elderly, always pull someone up. And sometimes you're the only one to see your vision. And the best revenge in life is to live good. And if you're lucky enough to have a woman like Ollie Woodson, former lead singer of the Temptation One Song, treat her like a lady. And ladies, if you're lucky enough to have a good man like me, make him feel like a king. But before we go, come here. This is James's wife, or James's partner. Let's laugh. Come here. Okay, this is James. She's very lovely. Tiss is busy, or?
Yeah, undressing the baby.
Oh, okay. She's undressing the baby. I'll pause it, Mia, for a second. This is Megan, my niece. How are you doing? Congratulations. I heard you're in the top percent. Oh, I'm so proud of you. Such a smart girl. Wow. And this is Tiss. Come on here, Tiss. This is Tiss. This is Calvin's significant other. Stand next to Don't stand next to me. Oh, unless you're ready to give me my kiss. Give me my love. Give me a girlfriend. Give me my love. Okay. And this is Calvin's wife. And right now, Vince is going to take the phone so I can introduce my wife in here. Vince is going to take the phone from Mia so I can have her come into the cell. All right? Come close. Yeah, hold them. What's wrong with you? Okay. And this is Mia. And this is Mia. This is my significant other. So, we are 3 Black Americans here in the Philippines. We have 3 beautiful Filipino girls. Wives. 3 Filipinos. They're still women. Okay? And we are happy and we're living a good life. And we hope that those of you who are uncertain about your future, about what you're going to do when you get old and don't know what to do in a foreign country or in your home country, come to the Philippines. You know, can we throw them all a kiss? Yeah. Megan? Wow. We'll see you later. Okay.
All right. Let me introduce y'all.